Power isn't always about who wears the crown. It's about who survives long enough to claim it. In Glint, the second installment of the Plated Prisoner series by Raven Kennedy, the gilded cage cracks open and reveals the raw, brutal world that lies beneath the shimmer of gold. Auren, the favored pet of King Midas, is no longer hidden behind palace walls. She's out in the real world now, far from the glinting bars that once confined her, but closer than ever to truths that threaten everything she thought she knew. This book picks up immediately after the cliffhanger ending of Guild, with Auren captured by King Ravenger's soldiers and on a journey across the treacherous Fifth Kingdom. For the first time in her life, Auren must navigate a world where no one knows her as the golden prisoner of Midas. She's just a girl surrounded by soldiers, struggling to understand who she is without the man who gilded her and claimed her as his possession. But being free doesn't mean being safe. Freedom comes with pain, with betrayal, and with the terrifying realization that power isn't protection, and love isn't always what it seems. As Auren marches toward an uncertain fate, she's forced into close proximity with a group of soldiers unlike any she's known before. Among them is Commander Rip, a mysterious, monstrous-looking warrior, known as the Wrath of the North. His horns and claws make him seem beastly, but his words carry more honesty than she's ever heard from any noble. Auren expects cruelty. Instead, she finds something unexpected: kindness, respect, patience. A reflection of something she's never allowed herself to dream about. Her time with Rip becomes a journey of awakening. He sees her not as a possession or pet, but as a person, someone who deserves a voice, someone who deserves to choose. What makes Glint powerful is not a battlefield drenched in blood, but the battlefield within Auren herself. She's been groomed, manipulated, and gilded to believe she is nothing without Midas. Every moment on this journey peels back the layers of her gilded identity, revealing the pain, trauma, and confusion she's buried deep beneath the surface. Her internal monologue is a haunting echo of survival, an emotional unraveling that questions whether safety in captivity is worth the cost of her soul. The story also deepens the political web of the Five Kingdoms. We see glimpses into the strategies and rivalries that underpin the land's unrest. The Fourth Kingdom, under King Midas, is no longer the unquestionable power it once appeared to be. King Ravenger, ruler of the Sixth Kingdom, emerges as a cunning opponent with motives that go beyond warfare. Auren begins to suspect that nothing in this world is black and white. Every ruler has secrets. Every alliance has cracks. And the one person she trusted above all, Midas, might be the one who has betrayed her most completely. Despite its fantasy setting, Glint is a story grounded in very real, emotional truths. It's about trauma and healing, about the quiet horror of emotional manipulation, and the long road to reclaiming agency after abuse. Raven Kennedy doesn't offer readers a simple love story or a predictable heroine. Instead, she gives us a raw, broken woman trying to put herself back together while the world watches. One of the most captivating elements of this book is Auren's slow burn, evolution. She doesn't rise in a blaze of fire. She smolders. Her growth is subtle, realistic, and painful. There's no magical solution, no sudden surge of power, just her, step by step, learning to breathe again, learning to say no, learning to wonder what life could be like if she was more than a golden cage. Then there's Rip. With his monstrous exterior and guarded demeanor, he should be a villain. But the more Auren observes him, the more she sees through the armor. Rip is a protector, not a captor. He challenges her in ways that unsettle her, but also inspire her. Where Midas gilded her and paraded her as a trophy, Rip listens. He asks questions. He watches closely, not with possessiveness, but with something dangerously close to respect. The dynamic between Auren and Rip is magnetic. Every moment of tension is laced with possibility. Every glance, every conversation carries weight. There's a slow, aching tension that grows between them, one that isn't about lust or possession, but something deeper, something built on mutual recognition. Two damaged souls trying to understand what it means to care without controlling. As Auren travels deeper into the Fifth Kingdom, she begins to uncover truths that reshape her understanding of herself and Midas. She starts to see the patterns in his manipulation, the way he isolated her, the way he praised her while keeping her powerless, and the most chilling realization, how much of her pain she normalized because she was too afraid to hope for more. Glint doesn't give us a fairy tale. It gives us a reckoning. Auren must confront the idea that love isn't supposed to hurt, that being someone's favorite doesn't mean being safe, that she can't find herself while still living under someone else's control. There are battles in this book, yes. Swords clash, blood spills, kingdoms tremble. But the true battle is inside Auren. Can she shed the gilded lies she's been told? Can she face the girl beneath the gold? Or will she remain trapped by the chains she can't see? One of the most emotional scenes in the novel is when Auren finally allows herself to grieve what she's lost. Not just the illusion of love from Midas, but the years of her life spent being a shadow of herself. It's raw and heartbreaking, but it's also a turning point. She begins to see the glimmer of something stronger, hope. The book's pacing reflects Auren's journey. It's not fast or explosive. It's patient. Each chapter builds on the last, peeling back layers, hinting at deeper secrets. The tension grows slowly, almost unbearably. And just when you think Auren might break, she begins to bend toward the light. By the end of Glint, the woman who was once just a golden pet is something more. Not yet a queen, not yet a warrior, but a survivor with fire in her veins and the promise of revolution in her heart. Raven Kennedy masterfully creates a world where magic is secondary to emotion, where monsters have humanity, where beauty is a weapon, and where the strongest person is not the one with power, but the one who learns to say, "I will not be caged." Glint is not about a girl being saved. It's about a girl saving herself. It's a love story, yes, but not just between people. It's a love story between a woman and her own voice, her own worth, her own awakening. This book will haunt you. It will inspire you, and it will make you question every golden cage you've ever mistaken for safety. If you're ready for a fantasy that shimmers with danger, crackles with emotion, and dares to break your heart in the best possible way, then Glint is the story you didn't know you were waiting for. Auren's journey is far from over, but the girl who once waited in a cage has started to walk, and she's not looking back. If you want to listen full audiobook for free, link in description. Thank you.